Alright everyone, today we're going to be taking a look at around 24 to 25 different dinosaurs that will appear in Jurassic World Rebirth. And from dinosaurs, I do mean dinosaurs, prehistoric species, all that. Starting off with Spinosaurus, we know there's going to be 3 in this movie. One with yellow stripes on its back, one with brown stripes on its back sail, and then one with yellow stripes across it. Then we have T-Rex. Now there should only be one T-Rex in this movie, and it shouldn't have too long of a scene. I think it's only got the raft scene, and that grey T-Rex that's appearing in merch is what the original design for this was gonna be. So there's not 2 T-Rexes, it's just the one brown T-Rex with the yellow stripes. Then we have our first mutant, the D-Rex, which is, you know, supposedly it could be a failed T-Rex, maybe something else. I did hint, you know, maybe it could be this new creature Titanosaurus that's in its DNA, but who knows? Like, it could have that bulbous head from frog, could have the bonus limbs from mosquitoes, who knows? But then Mosasaurus is also in this. It is not the same 2015 to 2022 Mosasaurus. It is a whole different one. So you've got to wonder, what happened to that Mosasaurus? Is it still kicking around out there? Who knows? But now the Mosasaurus is kind of a more green and brown with a white underbelly color, and it looks really cool. Then we have Quetzalcoatlus. This is one of the land, air, sea creatures. So obviously sea is Mosasaurus, air is Quetzalcoatlus, and it looks very different from the Biosyn Quetzalcoatlus, and I'm fine with this. It's much smaller, which doesn't make sense because they're going after the most colossal species, but then again, it was originally meant to be Titanosaurus, so there you go. Then we also have Titanosaurus as the other third colossal species. So sea Mosasaurus, air Quetzalcoatlus, land Titanosaurus. This is very cool. We know there's multiple of the Titanosaurus, at least 2 that we saw in the trailer, and a couple of Quetzalcoatluses as well. We know there's a nest. And then we have Dilophosaurus that was also confirmed through the trailer. That was a hidden species we weren't expecting. Even through leaks, we hadn't heard anything. And then there it was, just in the trailer, surprised us all. Good to see it back, even though it is using Dominion's sort of model, but it looks a bit changed up. So fingers crossed it has some better scenes. And then we have Velociraptor, which was confirmed for a little while, and we did know the design of, but it is more widely known now that there's an official render out there to take a look at. And it confirms what was in the trailer, that grey foot that steps down is supposed to be that Velociraptor's foot. But speaking of raptors, we also have the Polycephaly raptor, which is the 2-headed Velociraptor. It looks a bit like an Eotriceratops. I would say they just remodeled Tiger, the Eotriceratops, but I think it's meant to be inspired by the Lost World Velociraptors, and it is one of those with 2 heads. So it's going to be cool to see. That's one of the mutants, but there will supposedly be more mutants. So I don't know how many. We obviously have D-Rex, the 2-headed raptor. We have that tiny thing in the test tube. I'm not sure what that will be. That could just be another same thing. I believe there's more 2-headed mutants, and also there should be a main sort of second villain mutant according to leaks, toy leaks, villain dinos they're saying. Anyway, Aquilops, we also do know is coming. We saw its logo leak on something. It's like the T-Rex fossil, but instead they've got the Aquilops fossil kind of render for, you know, this. So yeah, will be interesting to see. But then there's Apatosaurus. So there's a mural in the trailer. If you spot carefully, there's a T-Rex on it. We also have a look at the Titanosaurus on it, which originally it had iguana spikes before it had that sail. So that's why it looks like that on the mural. But there's also meant to be a Velociraptor on the mural and an Apatosaurus. So I don't know if it will appear actually, but it is on the mural. So there you go. Then we also have Triceratops. We do know this one is appearing, and they should be changing up the design. So hopefully it looks better than the Jurassic World era iterations, you know, more like the original Triceratops from Jurassic Park. I think it is meant to look somewhat more like that. Fingers crossed, it'll look amazing. And then we also have Pteranodon. I do believe this is improved too. It's meant to be more like the male Pteranodon. We got a small glimpse of this at the end of Dominion, but it was very small. Like, it was a blink and you miss it moment. So I do believe it's meant to be blue with a longer crest, kind of inspired by the Lost World Pteranodons, but on the Jurassic World Pteranodon model. Then we also have Compsognathus. I do believe there were images going around of people in hazmat suits spraying New York City, maybe, and I think it might have been like some sort of little Compsognathus outbreak. I think that's what people were saying. I couldn't really see the Compsognathuses in the image, but that's what I'm hearing that they should be in the movie. Then we also have Ankylosaurus. I'll be completely real with you all. I don't know how this came around, but I do believe a reliable leaker said it's going to appear. So, you know, there's that gone. And who knows what happened to Bumpy, Smoothie. They can't just kill him off. That's from, even though it is more of an adult show now, it is still for kids, so they can't kill off Bumpy. So, we also have Baryonyx. This is confirmed through one of the skeletons. There was pictures a while ago that T-Rex would have fossils, Velociraptor would have fossils, and there was a box with Baryonyx on its name. And we also know for the Jurassic World Rebirth line, Baryonyx is getting a toy. And why? We already have so many of all of them. All of them have been made. But then we also have Gallimimus for the skeletons as well. I don't know if there'll be more than that, but you know, they did say they would like to get all the iconic species on screen. And if we're going by, you know, Jurassic Park standards, that is T-Rex, Velociraptor, Gallimimus, Triceratops, Dilophosaurus, Parasaurolophus, and Brachiosaurus. So Brachiosaurus isn't fully confirmed, but I do believe you can see its skeleton in the trailer. You know, you got its legs there. You can't really see the top of it, so it could be Titanosaurus. Who knows? But I do think it's more likely to be Brachiosaurus because they're Neo-Jurassic fossils of creatures that have died, so it's way more likely to be Brachiosaurus. But then Megalodon, speaking of fossils and stuff, in the Suriname bar, there have been behind-the-scenes set leaks where there is a Megalodon jaw structure of, you know, the skeletal jaw in the Suriname bar. So that'll be exciting to see. And then we have a new Hadrosaur. I do believe it is meant to be Maiasaura, just because if you look at the Jurassic World Rebirth toys, obviously not all of them are in the film. Most of them are just filler. But we do know there was meant to be a new Hadrosaur in this film. So we're thinking Maiasaura because it was the only new Hadrosaur in the toy leaks. But then we have Nasutoceratops because it's also in the toys, and once again could be filler, but it's appeared in the movies previously. So I just think, you know, they have the model there, they can easily put it over there. They don't have to create something new. Nasutoceratops is there, they can just put it in the movie. So I think we're getting a toy for a reason. And then Parasaurolophus, I did touch on this before, that, you know, Jurassic Park species, all the originals, I think they will return. But it's kind of, I don't know, because the model we saw, it's the Dominion Parasaurolophus, but apparently that's not meant to be in the movie. That was just a prop so they could CGI over it to probably make Maiasaura, but maybe another Parasaurolophus will be in this movie. And then Eotriceratops also on the list because along with Aquilops, we're meant to have another new ceratopsian as well, I think, and out of the Mattel toy leaks, only Eotriceratops is the new ceratopsian. So I think it's that. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to watch more up here, and I'll see you later. Bye, everyone.